students. Myself is conducting a lecture on classification of herbicides. In the classification of the herbicide, there are the different ways of the classifications of the herbicides are there, which are based on the methods of the application. Here are the methods of applications where the soil applied herbicide. The soil applied herbicide, the herbicide acts through the root and other underground parts of the weed. For example, the fluchlorelin. The herbicide which is applied into the soil. This is the soil applied herbicide. The fluchlorelin. Then the second classification is based on the mode of action. The mode of action, the first is the selective herbicide. The selective, which are selected for the particular weeds. This is the targeted weeds. It having some of the targets. You only kill the selected plants, kills only the selected plants. It may be the weed plants or the other type of the plants are there. The herbicide is considered as the selective when it is a mixed growth of the plant species. This is when it is a mixed in the growth of the plant species. It kills some species without injuring the other plants. Okay, it is without injuring the other plants. Then, for example, the atrazine, then the simazine, then another type is a non-selective herbicide. It destroyed all these vegetations. It may be the crop plants as well as the weed plants also. For example, paraquat, then the glyphosate. Then another type of the classification is based on the mobility of the herbicides. The first is the contact herbicide. The weeds population is killed if it is the contacted with the particular herbicides. That is the contact of the herbicide, contact herbicides which kills those plants parts which it comes in the direct contact of the particular herbicides. For example, the paraquat. They are the translocated herbicides, the herbicides which tends to move from the treated part to the untreated untreated areas through the xylem or the flowing depending on the natures of its molecules. Okay, it is actually the systemic herbicides. It is translocated from one part to the another part through the xylem or the phloem, through the xylem or the phloem, that is along with the cell sap. For example, glyphosate. Then the another classification is based on based on the time of applications. The first is the pre-plant applications, that is the PPI, the applications of the herbicide before sowing or along with sowing. Okay, either it is a foliar applications incorporated into the soil. Soon after its application, the pre-plant foliar spraying of the glyphosate to control the perennial weeds like the Cyprus rotundus, and the pre-plant applications, soil incorporations of the fluchlorelins to control the weeds in the groundnut. That is the pre-plant applications, that is the before sowing, the applications of the herbicides before the sowing of the crop plant. Right? Then the another applications is the pre-emergence applications. Pre-emergence means the before the emergence of the weed seeds and crop seeds before the emergence of the weed seeds and the crop seeds, but after the sowing operation. For example, the atrazine, pendimethyl, thiobencar, pitilaclor. Then this the pre emergence herbicides. Then the next is the post-emergence herbicides. When the herbicide is applied to kill young weeds standing in the crop plant or the applications after the emergence of the weeds and the crops. For example, glyphosate, paraquat, 2,4-D, sodium salt. These are the such applications which are the post-emergence applications. Then the early post-emergence. This is also the another applications of the herbicides in the slow-growing crops like the potato, sugar canes, 2 to 3 weeks after the sowing is classified as early post-emergence herbicides. Then this is based on the time of the applications. Then another topic this here, this is the formulations or the type of the formulations. Actually, the type of the formulations and the formulations. First, we see the what is mean by the formulations. Actually, the herbicides in their natural state, the solid, liquid, then the volatile state, non-volatile state, or the soluble or the insoluble. Such a state of the particular herbicide is called as the formulation. Then the objectives in the herbicide formulations are the easy of the handling, with the high controlled activity on the targeted weed plants. These are the two major objects of the herbicide formulations. Then another is the types of the formulations. There are the number of types of the formulations are there. Then the first types of the formulations is the emulsifiable concentrate, that is the EC, that is generally written on the packets as well as the bottles on the particular herbicide, that is the EC, that is the emulsifiable concentrate. The concentrated herbicides formulations containing the organic solvent and adjuvants for a facilitate emulsifications with waters. For example, the butachlor. Okay, the butachlor is the herbicides which containing the organic solvents and adjuvants to facilitate the emulsifications with water. Then second is the WP, that is the vegetable powder. The herbicide is absorbed by an inert carriers together with an added surface and acting agent. The material is finely ground so that it may form a suspension when agitated with a required volume of water. Okay, it is agitated with a required volume of water. For example, the atrazine. And this is the vegetable powder. Then another formulation, granules. Granular formulations, the suffix is the G. The inert material, the carrier is given a granular state. That is in form of the granulars. And the herbicide or the active ingredient is mixed with a sand, clay, vermiculite, finally the ground plant parts. Okay, that is a ground corn cobs as a carrier material. Then, for example, is the oleachlor granules. Okay. Then the vegetable powder, the vegetable soluble concentrate, WSC, water soluble concentrates, WSC. Okay, WSC, for example, that is the soluble concentrates is there. The water soluble concentrates are there. Water soluble concentrates which is easily mixed with waters. They can easily spray on the weeds. For example, the paraquat. Then there are types, the pre-planting you see these applications of the herbicides with different types. That is the pre-planting applications of the herbicides. You see here here are such a diagram is given here that the upper is the spray and seed, that is the weed seeds, underground weed seeds are there, and here also the emerged weed seeds in the second here shown. This is the emerged weed seeds. Okay, and this is a weed seeds which is under the ground. This is the applications of the herbicides before the crops is planted or sown, and the soil applications as well as the foliar application is done here. That is the both type of the applications is applicable as a pre-planting or the pre-emergence herbicides. For example, the fluchloralin. Okay. Then another type of application is a pre-emergence application. Okay, this is the pre-plant, or here the pre-emergence applications you see here, that is a crop seeds, which is sown into the land. The weed seeds are also here. You see this is the weed seeds, black color, and in the second diagram is the weeds, emerged weeds, and here the crops are not emerged. Okay, crop seeds are not emerged here. In that type, you can apply the pre-emergence herbicide. That is the applications of the herbicides before the crops or the weed has emerged. In case of the annual crops, applications is done after the sowing of the crops, but before the emergence of the weeds, and this is the referred as the pre-emergence to the crops. Okay. Then the third is the post-emergence applications. Okay, the post-emergence applications. You see here the post-emergence applications, that is the weed seeds. Okay, this is the crop seedlings which are emerged here, and another types, it is the emergence of the crop seedlings here, and also the weed seeds are. Okay, that is the applications, post-emergence applications is actually the applications of the herbicides after the emergence of weed seeds and the crop seedlings also. That is the crops. That is the applications of the emergence of the crops or the weed is referred as the post-emergence applications, when the weeds grow before the crops plants have emerged through the soil and are killed with the herbicide. Then it is called as the early post-emergence. For example, the spraying of 2,4-D sodium salt to control the parasitic weed striga in sugarcane. Okay. Then this is the finish of topic here.